Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome to the Bill Copeland Sports Center, located on the traditional and unceded territory of several First Nations. The BCIHL proudly acknowledges that all the teams play on said territories. We hope you enjoy today's matchup with the University of Victoria by Fraser Fraser University veterans. Now being the starter for Victoria. Starting on the bench, number 4, Kyle Cruz. Also starting on the bench, number 65, Owen Evers. At forward, number 9, Stratton Pickett. At forward, number 11.
Test. Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome back to another season of SFU hockey at Bill Copeland Arena. Nick Torn alongside Austin Kozakar for this preseason game in the BCIHL featuring SFU and the University of Victoria Vikes. Austin, first game of the season, a bit different.
Well, pretty much first game of this new SFU team. Obviously, they are looking to get their third straight championship this season in the BCIHL, but they're really they're pretty much a completely new team. Accordingly, I think 4 guys returning. And then they also got the traveling team that's playing NCAA competition, ACAC competition. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it is. It's the same 5 teams this year in BCIHL, but SFU in many respects is almost an expansion team. They're almost their own new expansion team. So I'm very curious to see how they'll come out tonight.
Well, you mentioned them being an expansion team, and really they only have 3 players that were on the team last year, and whether they played a lot or not, it's Reese Lefebvre, and then you have Nick Wagner, and it was Jacob Paylor-Chow, I heard, was on the team, but he's not listed here.
I've seen a few different rosters, so I don't know if I'm going to go with specific names.
Yes.
I do see Max Lightfoot. He wasn't on last year's team, but he played 4 games for the previous season.
Oh, that's right.
So
you're right.
He's another guy who's coming back who will come into the mix with a bit of experience with this team.
Yeah. Please, you're going to have to bear with us. Obviously, this SFU team is a lot different. They don't have names on their jerseys, which we're experienced to, but usually we've learned these teams and the rosters are all accurate. But UVic seems to be pretty accurate, and they got a pretty good team this year. A lot of returning players as well in those new look navy blue jerseys. And they should be a pretty good team this year. Alec Dillon coaching again this year for their team, and I think the Vikes might be somebody to worry about this year.
Well, last year they were third place. They were just a couple 4 points back from VIU for his second place spot. You've got to think that they thought with the layout of BCIHL this year, it might be a real opportunity for them. Maybe a bit more between them and VIU for at least a second, or who knows? They might even be the top dogs this year with SFU's a bit more of a new look team for them.
They're announcing the starting lineup. Reese Lefebvre and Ryan Bailey on defense. Nick Wagner. And then Liam Teevers and Owen Thibodeau will join him on front. And Cooper Giesbrecht is in net. And we'll get O Canada. As we're about to play that hockey at Bill Copeland, a bit of a renovation, Bill Copeland. There's some construction on our side of the boards here, and well,
it was a little bit of a maze getting in this afternoon. I keep saying the wrong time of day. I want to say morning, I want to say night, but this afternoon, yeah, it was a bit. We had to first we tried going up. Yep. It was blocked up. First, we tried going through the doors, then it was locked. But luckily, there was a staircase down, and
we got here. We got here, and we're here for you for today's preseason game. As UVic seems to be starting with the lineup of Booker, Daniel, Ryan Strange, and Stratton Pickett, who were those two players. The last two were on the team last year, and the opening faceoff was won back by SFU as we're another BCIHL action here for SFU as Lefebvre has it now. He plays it ahead, goes past Nick Wagner, and will go all the way down for icing and a faceoff in the SFU zone early.
SFU starting with some of the returners with Lefebvre and Wagner.
Right. It'll be a little confusing this year with the two teams, I'll tell you what. And I'm pretty sure they cannot go to either team. Like, you can't take one player from one team.
I think they're solid separate
I think they are completely separate, yes. As UVic won the draw, but it went past Crew, and now a chance here. Here's Wagner coming in on the shot. He'll shoot. Save made by Tarves. That was thrown into the middle. It's deflected wide by Teevers. Now the point takes a shot. It got through. I don't know if Tarves saw it. And now a big hit. Thrown. Now the puck comes out. And here comes Daniel. He missed a shot. Puck's backhanded out by Teevers. And now here comes Lefebvre. Cuts into the middle. Tried to leave it for Wagner, but he lost control, and now it's picked up by Kyle Crew. Puck's played back to him. And now Crew behind his own net with some time as players change. Stretch passes stopped by Nick Rhoda. Now into the middle, shot's blocked as Matthew Jung took the shot. Now battling in the corner, Caleb Douglas was there, he lost control. And now Jenkins feeds it ahead. Schofield tried to throw it in the middle, went behind the net. Now the puck comes 2 in front, but SFU is able to clear it. And it's poke checked away by Jung. Back to SFU control in their own zone. Rhoda. Cross ice. Stretch pass. Did Ryan Bailey try? He was looking, I believe. Okay, that's good. There's a number 13 out there for SFU, and he's not on my list. Do you have him? As they're battling across the boards here. I'm trying to pull the puck away, and I'm sorry to do this, but it's going to be number 13 for now. Brings it around the boards. LaFave. Ansley. Got it out. SFU tried to throw it back in, but it fanned on it. And now it's Jenkins for UVic. Now fed into the middle. Trying to cut around. That was Javon Millet, wearing Keegan Durance's old number 91. There's Crew. Now it's tipped up by Thompson. Doesn't go very far. Turning is Bailey, trying to get it out. Following up was Max Lightfoot, and he got it out. Now that you mentioned it, I do remember Lightfoot. He had a couple good games with SFU those couple years ago. I remember he was quite noticeable. Coming, I believe, from the SJHL, if I'm not mistaken. Or something like that. Now a shot save made by Tarves. As that was Hayden Yan. Taking a shot. Now it's Thompson near side. Gets around. Now behind the net. Fed back to the point. Quickly, it's Evers. He'll shoot. Save made by Giesbrecht. The Vikes maintain control. Now Evers again, he'll shoot. And Giesbrecht gobbles it up. And he'll hold on for a face-off just under 4 minutes in.
You said number 13. I wouldn't doubt, good chance that's Jack Hamilton. He was listed on a lot of the materials returning on to this team, and he did wear number 13 last season.
That is correct. You were right.
One of the more regular, everyday players that's on this team.
Why wouldn't he have a name on his jersey, though? He would have had the same jersey, no?
Well, I don't think you can. It'd be weird just having like 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah, you're fair. It wouldn't be as similar, I guess. Well, the face-off near side. SFU wins it, and it's run around the boards. Played all the way down. Evers. Trying to find Drakis. But I missed him. SFU trying to get out of the zone. The Vikes keep it in. Puck's thrown in by Magic, who was played for this team last year. He was, I believe, number 91 last year. He's number 19 this year. Mager. The Vikes, near side corner, back to the point. Morrison will shoot. Giesbrecht saw it the whole way, and he holds on for the whistle. Aiden Morrison played with the team last year.
Giesbrecht played with the Abbotsford Pilots last season. Had
PGHL.
892 save percentage with them in 32 games.
Yeah, completely new goalie tandem obviously, with both. Well, I believe Henderson's the only one left, or Dolan, I guess, is also still there for the non-conference team. Usually there's one goalie to hold over, as the Vikes are trying to get something to happen here. Now puck's played in the middle, puck's loose in the crease. The Vikes maintain control, get it back to the point. There's a shot, it's blocked. In front, one-time chance, and Giesbrecht makes the save again. He's putting that save percentage to work. Has a quick shot there by Sidaway. But Giesbrecht saw it the whole way.
Yeah, he's been getting some work the last couple of minutes. It started out as a fairly even game, but UVic's definitely had some pretty strong chances the last little while. Maybe exploiting a team that's a little bit fresh, a little bit new. You know, hasn't played a lot together before.
Well, I was going to say this is probably their first game together.
Yeah.
Because they haven't played at all. Now Sidaway dumps it in. Into the corner. Comes out. Near side, Sidaway steps up, plays it back in. Thrown into the middle, puck's bouncing around, and now it's pulled out by Wagner. Oh, now it's given away, and here comes Daniel. Booker Daniel back to the point, sit away, cross ice. Carta takes a shot, blocked, and then SFU gets it out. And I don't think it will get there for icing. And a face-off in the SFU zone.
I guess hearing the old PA announcer, we might as well give a shout out to one of our sponsors, East Van Brewing Company. Very nice place to have a beer in Vancouver if you're so inclined, either tonight or tomorrow night.
Well, tonight there's another SFU game. Shot blocked. The non-conference team will start their home campaign against Briarcrest. Can you really call it a campaign when it's a bunch of exhibition games? I guess you could. As the puck's trying to get out, and the Vikes are just maintaining control in this zone. Their zone time is pretty fantastic so far. Cross ice. Good stick there by Nick Rhoda. Now to the point, Crew. Cross ice. Quick shot. Giesbrecht. I think he got the glove on that. On the shot from Evers. What a good start for Cooper Giesbrecht.
Yeah, he's been solid when they need to. Like I said, the ice is definitely tilted towards the UVic's way. SFU's gonna have to figure out some way to get out of their defensive zone and get some chances soon.
SFU is gonna try and get it out now, digging it away. Oh, that did come out. Just Schofield tried to keep it in, but it just came out. Working hard to get it in with Caleb Douglas for SFU. Now the puck's given away, and now it's Douglas who was fed quickly by Pettengale. But it went right past, as Douglas wasn't expecting it. Now the puck's pulled away by Evers. Puck took a deflection, and it goes past Jenkins. Now Bailey, given away. Then stolen back by Jung. And now the puck's played down, and that should be icing. And it will be. And a face-off in the Vikes zone, which has not happened.
Yeah, we got just a little bit of pushback from SFU after a few shifts where maybe they were caught a bit by UVic. I haven't been able, to look a little bit rusty on the passing and the setting up of plays, but it's pretty early, especially first game preseason. UVic's already played a couple games, splitting games with the VIU last weekend.
VIU, another team that could make a race here. Now a chance for a 2-on-1 here. It's Jenkins. He'll shoot. Blocker saved by Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht has been on one today so far. 7 minutes into this first period. Spinning and falling. And now Lefebvre. Into the middle. Shot on. Tarves. Too many names to learn today. As Jace Myers with the shot. But Tarv saw it the whole way. Now a little too far ahead. Thompson will shoot. It's blocked. And now it's run around the boards. Played in. And now played back to the point. Nobody was there, and it's going to come out. As we're going to ride this Jack Hamilton story on number 13, because it does look like him. He played well for SFU last year.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely somebody that SFU will have to lean on here is Mark Soares, who is coaching this BCIHL team, as the puck goes right on Tarves, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Yeah, Mark Soares, the head coach, and Brian Stewart, the assistant coach, both had pretty extenuous careers in Germany and Europe.
Yeah, definitely, and the big thing is it's weird seeing a different face behind the bench.
Yes.
Like used to, after all these years, seeing head coach Mark Letta, who is of course coaching the non-conference team.
Yes.
So they still have much of the team, much of the old team is still with that team, but
yeah.
it's just weird seeing a new team.
As the puck bounces, took a deflection, and a weak shot by Duncan Miller, and Tarv saw it the whole way. But an interesting, on the non-conference team, they brought in Jason Krog to be an assistant coach, which...
Yeah, he's like a hockey advisor
yeah,
or something.
like
so
that.
That's a really big get for the
that
program.
is. I mean, he played well. I remember when he was with the Canucks those years ago.
Former Hobie Baker winner, too, I believe. So knows obviously his way around college hockey.
Which is perfect for a team that's going to be playing a lot of NCAA teams, and most notably Michigan and Boston University and Boston College later this year. But we're focusing on the BCIHL right now, and Crew for the Vikes has it, shot, and ooh, dangerous as it took a deflection, I believe, off Lightfoot, but Giesbrecht saw it the whole way. Lightfoot. Played it around the boards. Crew stepped up to stop that. Lightfoot seems to be all over the place so far, but the Vikes come away with it. Played into the middle. Giesbrecht now jamming the shot. Was magic, but no dice. Crew from the points, blocked by Miller.
Yeah, the net's
Now
been
whistle goes, and we should keep a tally this year. How many times does the net come off of Bill Copeland?
When they call it, 'cause it's been off for a little while.
Oh.
And you know, UVic was looking like they had a pretty dangerous chance there.
I'm going to start this tally. Just going to choose a random piece of paper and start tallying here. Net off. 1. It's a Bill Copeland special. Shots are 10-6 in favor of UVic so far. Nearly halfway through this first period. Played in the middle. Wagner lost control of it. Now it's cleared away by Sidaway. And now Daniel into the middle. Late traveler was Ryan Strange, and he took a shot and it went wide. Now the puck's played ahead, it missed. And now Owen Evers. Plays it away. Ryan Strange, stretch pass coming in on a breakaway, scores! Booker Daniel for UVic on the stretch pass that broke the breakaway. He gets back, gets past Giesbrecht, blocker side, and the UVic Vikes have a 1-0 lead.
Booker Daniel, he's looked pretty good so far. He's one of the big additions to this UVic team this year. He played a lot the last 4 years with the Tri-City Americans of the WHL. We've seen a couple. I've seen a couple chances where he's really shown off his speed and ability to get around guys. He looks like he'll be a big addition to this UVic team this year.
Quick shot off the faceoff by SFU, unable to control it was Tarves. A great stretch pass from Strange too to find Daniel. I believe it was Strange anyway. Don't quote me yet. Now good step up by Douglas. He fell. Puck still in the zone. Played in deep. Chasing after it is Pettengale. Morrison. Oh, Evers. Is it Evers or Evers? I'm going to go with Evers. I'll go with him. Oh, and Evers gets the assist. And now SFU with a chance here, and it's save made by Tarves. And a hold on for the whistle. It seemed like one had to go in for UVic, who's been piling it on.
Giesbrecht has been great for SFU, but there's definitely, I expect UVic's expected goal rate is probably pretty good if we're looking at any sort of analytics right now. They've definitely had some, UVic's definitely had some dynamite chances so far, and Giesbrecht has had to have been strong, but you see that many good chances, one's bound to go in.
Shot on, went wide. SFU's trying to get some zone time here, but UVic comes right out. Evers plays it to Thompson. He'll shoot off Giesbrecht and off the post, and it goes wide. Fraser gets it out. Crew off the boards and out. Fraser has it, and the puck's played down. All the icing against SFU, and will come back in to their zone as we're midway through this first period, and a 1-0 lead for the Vikes. Face-off is one back. Now Morrison will take shot. Giesbrick's right there. Pad save and then trying to jam it home. And they couldn't get it. We're the Vikes. Puck's loose, and the Vikes maintain control. Sweeney tried to find Sidaway. He's caught in deep. Myers for SFU. Now it's played out. Bailey's back on the on the ice. Jan. Around the boards. He gets rubbed out on a nice hit by Jackson Egan. Another returning player for the Vikes. Now it's into the middle. Bailey, good job keeping it in. Now he tries to throw it deeper in the middle. Lightfoot takes a shot. Rebound chance. Puck doesn't get through. Now backhand chance and it's blocked. Sidaway doing a good job playing goalie. Duncan Miller's behind the net. Morrison tries to get it out. It's tipped away. And now Egan will poke it away, gets around. Kretschka has it. It tries to go into the middle. The puck's loose. No goal. As the referee waves it off, the net seemed to have come off, but I don't know if that was before or after, but
it's always tough without replays to see what truly went on. It looked like the UVic players were celebrating, but
as the referees go over to Alec Dillon to explain why, and the faceoff's coming out of the zone. We don't get the reason why, so I won't tell you. But the score remains 1-0. As puck's dumped in. SFU down in low. Thibodeau gives it to Wagner. Teavers, now Thibodeau shoots, save made by Tarves. And the puck's not gotten out. Rhoda. Down low. Teavers. Lost it. Wagner will go pick it up. Being watched by Carta. Coming to help was Teavers. Now Wagner gets around Carta. Nick Wagner. Now the puck bounces into the middle and now jamming, trying to go, and they won't. As there's been some pushing and shoving. I won't count that net off because it didn't come off during the play. There are some rules along this counting. But some rough stuff.
Good little bit of bite from the SFU team. You know, it's easy in a game like this where they've been maybe outchanced a bit and stuff to get discouraged and whatever. But there they are. They're jamming. They're really trying. They're really pushing there. We've seen some decent chances from this SFU team.
6:50 to go in this first period. Shots 12-10 in favor of UVic. It sure feels like a lot more, though, in favor of the Vikes. And now Aiden Morrison plays it into the SFU zone. Bailey to Lefebvre. Pettengale. Evers. Morrison. Aiden Morrison tries to cut through everybody, but a poke check stops his run. And it goes back to Owen Evers, who plays it down, and that'll be icing. As Bailey goes back to touch it for SFU, and a face-off in the Vikes zone. But SFU hasn't had much sustained pressure.
No, and I think that's where maybe the disparity in the shot count and the chances comes in. Like UVic's definitely had a lot of the better chances so far. SFU's been a lot of one-offs or shots or trying to jam it. UVic's definitely had a lot more cycle zone time.
For sure. As here they come with a chance on 3-on-2 here. As Stratton Pickett got poke checked by Giesbrecht, and the puck's cleared away. And it looks like it'll go all the way down. And it will. For another icing and a face-off in the SFU zone. Lots of icings in this first period.
Yeah, there have been.
What do you think the outlook can be for this SFU team? I mean,
well,
theoretically, they've been undefeated the last couple of years, other than that one loss earlier last year.
We'll talk a bit more about it in the next break, but yeah,
yes.
you know, they are essentially an expansion team in many ways.
Giesbrecht took a shot and blocked it. And now it's cleared away, sit away. Gloved it down. Evers. Anstey. Try to get around. Jenkins. Into the middle! Shot went wide. Puck went right to Jenkins, though. He plays it back to the point. Carta shoots. Saved by Giesbrecht. And he'll hold on for the whistle.
Yeah, and at least very young team. Like, you know, we saw like teams that the true expansion teams that came in, like the Okanagan Lakers and Logan Lake, like they really struggled. And so far SFU's had, you know, at least a pretty competitive first period. You know, they've definitely been outchanced by UVic, but they've held their own so far. But that's what you have to think. They're almost similar to that UVic team that came out of the COVID pandemic.
All right. Yeah.
Where it was like a really young team.
Quick shot, save. It might have went wide. It was Schofield taking the shot, but I think you're right.
It took them a long time to find their footing, and you know they're maybe in the.
Puck's cleared down, and icing will be called as Massimo Rinaldo made an effort there, but you know, I guess in some cases SFU's just been dominating this league for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it definitely seems like, at least, and we're only talking about the first like 15 minutes of the first period. So watch them come out to the next period, but
yeah.
You know, it might be a little bit of just a shift in the way that they play. That doesn't mean they're not going to be competitive or anything.
No.
But it just means that they might not be the dominant titans of the league.
Yeah, yeah. But it could be good for the league in the sense of VIU and UVic and maybe even Okanagan.
There's always got to be turnover. There's always got to be cycles. No matter what, SFU's going to have to rebuild at some time, whether it's a hard rebuild like this or.
I mean, even if we're to take the last year's team, I mean, it would still be quite good from if you kept a lot of the players last year. But I mean, they lost some key guys in Ledyard, Berg.
And that's the thing. Like, they've been pretty competitive this first period, and these guys probably got a lot of compete and a lot of real desire to represent the SFU well. That's a big burden, to try and go for that third repeat. I don't know how realistic that is, but that's probably something the team is definitely, aiming to do. They want to be the third straight.
Of course, they want to continue the run. Just because it's virtually a new team doesn't mean they should stop, right? They're going to do their best anyways. Nick Rhoda plays it in deep. Duncan Miller left it. Now Lightfoot. Got crunched and it took a bounce, and now a chance here for UVic. But a good job by Rhoda. It's had a solid first period. Now cross ice shot. Save made by Giesbrecht. Tom Sweeney on the one-time chance. Body check. Because it's been pretty rough so far, even though these players probably don't know much about each other. Yes. Spinning around and taken down with Lightfoot. And now Morrison. Played it to Malay. Tried to go cross ice. It's picked off by SFU. Lightfoot tries to play it in the middle. Didn't get through. Crew. Back to Evers. Jackson Egan. Enters the zone. Plays it to Thompson. Tried to go into the middle. Evers was there. Couldn't get it now. Cutting in was Wagner. He got stick checked at the last moment when he made his move. And now coming the other way is Thompson. He's got Egan with him. Thrown into the middle. Took a deflection and went wide and now picked up. And going the other way is Thibodeau. Owen Thibodeau stops, shoots, took a deflection wide. Wagner turns, tries to go through the crease. As the whistle goes because the net's off. And net off.
One of the big advantages too SFU has compared to maybe some of the the other times that a lot of teams had a lot of turnover is that at the end of the day SFU is still SFU. It's a really it's a world-class university. It's a lot easier to attract you know, and you know, just the base who's already going to SFU anyways too.
Of course.
You know, and that's
Puck played in the middle and getting tied up was Teevers. And the puck will come down. No icing. Battle in the corner, puck's pulled away. Trying to cut into the middle was Strange. But he got stick check, now it's thrown up the middle. Took a deflection, that way erases the icing. Thrown up the middle. Drakis took a shot, save made, and puck's cleared out. Morrison trying to get it in deep, and it's cleared out. Carta will go back for it. Drakis couldn't get the tip on it, and it's an icing call on a face-off in the Vike zone with 1:48 to go in this first period.
Hunter Tarves. He played a lot of the last few seasons in Selkirk, Manitoba, but he's a Surrey Eagles alumni, so a little bit of a local connection there.
BCIHL. I feel like it's getting stronger and stronger feeder into this league.
Yeah, for sure. There's always been a good mix of BCHL, you know, PJHL, VIJHL, KIJHL.
As SFU comes into the zone here, trying to throw it in the middle, was Pettengale. Douglas played it off the boards. It took a bounce and blocked. But now Douglas follows up. He'll shoot. It goes over the net. Might have hit a stick. Jung. Turning, shooting. Missing was Douglas. And now here comes Pickett. Stratton Pickett. Into the middle. And Miss Daniel now backhand chance. And Giesbrecht makes the save. And you had to give the first star in the first period, it would probably be Cooper Giesbrecht.
Oh, he's been solid. They've asked a lot from him, and he's delivered so far.
Puck shot, it went wide as we lost control of it in their own zone. And now they do again. Jenkins down low. Schofield. SFU's able to get it out. Rhoda couldn't control it. Crew, and now Rhoda steals it back. Trying to tip it ahead was Ronaldo. Now it's thrown into the middle. It's given away. Off the boards and out. Not quite. Evers keeps it in. Jenkins tries to get it in deep. Stopped by Nejar. Schofield. Thrown across by Anstey. But that'll do it for the first period, and pretty much all UVic, I'd say, for the most part.
Yeah, UVic definitely had stronger chances. I thought SFU, for all things, you know, they were pretty competitive. You know, big help from Giesbrecht in net, who's been just great. They're gonna have to watch their turnovers. Obviously, UVic's got a lot of speed and, you know, a lot of perseverance, and it kind of shows off. But you know, to clean up some of the turnovers, maybe just capitalize on chances if you're SFU, and yeah.
We'll see what they can do in the second period. We'll be back between SFU and UVic. Good afternoon. Welcome back inside Bill Copeland Arena here in beautiful Burnaby, British Columbia. SFU taking on UVic in the first preseason game for SFU, and UVic has a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, definitely the ice tilted towards UVic in the first period. It'll be curious to see how SFU responds. You know, UVic's definitely had a few games under their belt, and you know, maybe a bit more, you know, a lot more turns on their team.
That was a quick start for SFU as they enter the zone, and some rough stuff.
You've got to give them credit. Like first game, you know, I mean for SFU, first game preseason. You know, these two teams are getting into it. It's definitely, you know, maybe not the easy skate around and like, you know, we'll just take it easy. These two teams are getting started on a rivalry for a season.
And the face-off, quick shot on. Tarves had to be good, and he makes a save. SFU seems to have a bit of a jump on their step. As Thibodeau played it for Teevers. The Vikes pull it away. Schofield unable to control it as it comes out. Jumping back in was Bailey for SFU. Crew checked hard, doesn't get it out. Lefebvre tipped it back in. It goes tipped. It goes through the crease. Wagner trying to throw it in, unable to. And now chance here. As here come Adsey. He'll shoot, scores! What a shot by UVic.
Former Melville millionaire Ethan Anstey, sorry.
Just goes high blocker.
Yeah,
no stopping that.
That was just a clear shot, and UVic's had a lot of those opportunities, and it's a tough break for SFU. Cause, you know, they had a pretty good jump to the second period, but
they did.
It shows you how quickly things can change.
Puck shot on, save. Now the puck's dumped in. Morrison. Poke checked, and it hit a player on the bench. Face off one back by the Vikes. And the puck's dumped in the SFU zone. Ringing around the boards was Bailey. Takes a deflection. Douglas. Moved ahead in a huge check as Pettengale got run over. And the Vikes are happy about that one. Now sit away for the Vikes. Enters the zone. SFU's trying to get it out, and they do just. And now here comes Sweeney, cuts into the middle, fans on his shot. The Vikes team just seem to be a little quicker today as Carta takes a shot and goes wide. And going right around. Nijar was Sweeney. Now the puck's cleared out and will go all the way down for icing. And a face-off in the SFU zone.
Yeah, it's been a lot of icings, obviously, you know, and I think that's sometimes, you know, just it's a consequence of you know, SFU maybe getting trapped in their own zone, and you know, just when you're kind of pressured like that, you just shoot it out.
Puck took a deflection. Now picking it up was Malay, but then he lost it. Cruz able to lift it out. Puck goes down. So I'm looking at that number 13. Maybe he's not Jack Hamilton. Jack Hamilton looked a little different. From my eye point, from up here anyway last year, is Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht holds on for a whistle, who's been very good so far, facing 21 shots and made 19
he's
saves.
definitely seen a heavy workload in his first game of, well, I guess first preseason game of BCIHL action.
Yeah. Face off one back by SFU. And now Lefebvre. Played it ahead to Duncan Miller, who got it out, but and Egan gets run over on a good check by Hayden Yan. Lightfoot. Back to Bailey. Plays it back to Lightfoot. Puck sent down by Lefebvre. And now Evers lost control of it. Sidaway picks it up. Off the boards and out. And Egan was able to get onto it. He gets around Lefebvre. Jackson Egan has pen with him. A shot! And then save made by Giesbrecht. That almost went over. Getting it out is Bailey. Evers. Egan. Dumps it in. Ryan Bailey. Hayden Yan gets around the check, then he lost control of it the last second. He's able to get a shot on, but it was easy for Tarves to save. And he holds on for a whistle. And
a little bit of jogging back and forth. But, you know, despite maybe some of the heat, and, you know, it's been a quiet game at least from the penalty standpoint.
Yeah.
We haven't heard, I don't think we've heard a single one. Which is odd, because there's definitely been some heated moments in BCIHL. You call a lot, but
you seem
the whistles seem to be away, at least for now.
I mean, for all we know, we jinxed it now, but
well, right.
As the shot goes high and over the net.
At least we aren't talking about a shutout.
Whoops. Whoopsie daisies.
Oh yeah, I guess
we could be.
Yeah.
Yes. But shot went over the net, out of play.
Yeah, I guess we could still be, but.
Well, now the Victoria fans are going to be coming after us.
Put all the jinxes on the table.
Let's just throw them all out at once. Here is every single possible jinx you could put in a hockey game.
Yeah, I want you to spend the next few minutes researching possible jinxes that we can say on air.
I love the ones when they do it. They say, there's no jinx, there's no nothing, and then the exact moment happens, the shutout break, they miss the field goal, whatever it is. It just happens right then and there, and it's so funny. The old broadcaster jinx.
It's always mentioned a jinx. Anytime you do a jinx, it's self-aware.
Yeah, exactly, you know. As the shot save made by Tarves, and hold on for the whistle. I think my favorite one, though, is John Garrett many years ago. It was like 2 minutes left, and he said shutout, and then Longo let one in with like 30 seconds to go.
And I think he's like pretty religious about
he
is shutouts.
And then the next time there was a chance for it to happen. I remember after the game when it did happen, he said shutout at least 10 times. Oh, I'm going to miss John Garrett this year. But hey, Dave Tomlinson, Ray Ferraro on the Canucks broadcast this year.
A good combination. Like Ray Ferraro is as good of a get as you can get without, having John Garrett surprisingly come back.
Yes, no, I as a stick went flying high.
Dave Tomlinson, obviously a long time.
1040 for many years, and the radio broadcast with John Abbott. That'll be fun. I'm excited for that in the booth, but you get us in the booth for this BCIHL preseason game. UVic Vikes lead 2-0. Shots are 21-13 in favor of the Vikes, and now they're looking for more as they'll shoot. Save made by Giesbrecht. Sit away down low. Lefebvre missed it. SFU just seems slow. They seem like they're not getting to the pucks. They're not connected yet. And like we said, first game, but they just seem off. Now around the boards. Burger Daniel got the first goal for the Vikes. Shots blocked. Doesn't get through. Daniel
He's got some good speed.
Plays it back to the point. Crew. Daniel shoots. Save made by Giesbrecht. Puck loose. Giesbrecht throws a glove on it, and he hold on for the whistle.
Yeah, definitely from what little we've seen so far, that Booker Daniel looks like he could have a big year for UVic. You know, he's just got that speed. Obviously, in that goal they scored earlier, good speed. But even there, just circling around, everybody had great speed, and you know he's got a decent shot to top it off too. You know, the old WHL caliber.
Puck sent in. Now it's SFU's got it. Back. Najar shoots. It's blocked and comes out. Nick Rhoda, who I thought had a good period for SFU. And now coming out with it. Shot by Sweeney. Same man by Giesbrecht. Rebound chance. It goes through. And it comes back out. Morrison. Evers. Down low. Sweeney. Back to the point. Blocked by Pettengale. And there's the first penalty of the game.
The first of our jinxes to come true. Although I feel like it's appropriately long enough time.
Yeah, I think it's been,
you wouldn't have gone,
yeah.
You wouldn't have gone the entire game without a penalty.
No, I think it was gonna happen as Lucas Thompson will go off for a trip on Pettengale, and SFU maybe can get some momentum here.
Yeah, huge opportunity. You know, again, it's where it comes into this whole new team. It's going to be interesting to see what they pull out for their power play unit.
Yeah, well, I guess that is true. What is the power play unit going to look like? As Lefebvre and Bailey are out there on defense, and it looks like Lightfoot, Yan, and Duncan Miller are what we would call the first unit, I guess. And now another penalty is going to come up here. It's going to be Jackson Egan. He's going to go off for a trip. It's going to be a 5-on-3. As all the momentum is now on SFU if they can make something happen here.
Yeah, and Hayden Yan and Duncan Miller, bit of the Langley connection. Yan played on the Langley Trappers, and Duncan Miller played in the Aldergrove Kodiaks. So a little bit of, I don't know if you'd call that quite the Valley, but you know, at least on the way out to the Valley.
Yeah, I think so.
Valley's more Abbotsford going to Hope, I think, but you can it's like the gateway to the Valley.
The gateway to the Valley.
Or something. I don't know. Probably nobody's ever saw that history.
As SFU's got this 5-on-3. 4:15 to go, and now Lefebvre will shoot. Blocked. I believe that was Kyle, or that was Kenyon Carta. And now here's Yan. Couldn't make the pass. Kyle Crew got down for the Vikes. And now they'll waste some time, and they'll clear it right up the gut. Giesbrecht probably want to go quick, and he does. Stretch pass tipped in by Miller. Goes through. Crew off the boards and down. And a good kill so far. 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Thompson. As Bailey will try to make something happen here. Lefebvre. Back. Bailey missed him, and it comes out. Here comes Wagner. Nick Wagner around. Rhoda. Overshot by Bailey was blocked, and it went out of play for a whistle. 10 seconds to go in the Thompson minor. 28 seconds to go in the Egan minor.
Just haven't really looked in sync this power play. Like, you know, obviously being a 5-on-3, they've had a ton of space. And, you know, it's just been, you know, a few missed passes or, you know, shot straight into a block.
Yeah. And shooting blocked.
That wasn't a bad shot attempt.
Braden Nagger. And Rhoda goes back. Thompson's out of the box. 15 seconds to go in the Egan penalty as You mentioned there's a chance for SFU to get some momentum, but when you kill a 5-on-3, the momentum can easily go the other way. It's very much a double-edged sword.
Yeah, for sure. I think in this scenario where, you know, SFU's already kind of on the ropes, you know, down. I don't know. It's not like, you know, it's always like the worst when it's like a tie, like 0-0 game, and it's like, oh man, like you know, SFU's been dominating all game, and then and then the 5-3 they do nothing. It seems to always go the other way.
Yes.
Here, SFU's already on the ropes. I would have liked to have seen them do something a bit more with this, but I don't know if the momentum has already swung in. Oh, but huge chance here.
As shot on by Wagner was knocked away by Tarves. As Egan's out of the box, and we're back to even strength. Shot on and gloved the whole way.
Yeah,
as Tarves hold on.
Big kill by UVic. I think SFU, you know, and that's you know, the first. There's a few different things. That's first preseason game in action. That's the fact they're a completely new team. But yeah, they didn't really look in sync there. You know, they had a few shots, but ultimately couldn't get much going, even though they had a ton of space.
Yeah.
And weren't, you know, being on the 5-3, weren't terribly pressured.
No. As the puck played down, Giesbrechts. Whoa! As he tried to clear it and it was knocked down nicely by the Vikes. And now they almost had an opportunity, but unfortunately couldn't gain control enough. Kyle Crew. Shot, took a deflection in! Thomas Jenkins took the shot, and it took a deflection. And UVic.
Yeah, I don't know if it was really a momentum shift, because the momentum was already in their favor. But yeah, definitely that's a good example of, you know, the old 5-on-3, and then yeah, anytime you don't capitalize on 5-on-3, it just usually means bad things are going to happen.
Yeah. The Vikes looking for more here as Schofield picks it up. And they enter offside at the line as the whistle goes. And I'll be honest, I can't really remember the last time the Vikes, well, beat SFU first of all, but have really had control over SFU.
Well, there's definitely been a lot of times. Like UVic's always come out strong against SFU, and you know, they've had a couple of huge playoff victories too. But
yeah, well, 2016 when they won, yeah.
But it definitely, you know, this is probably going to be a bit of a different makeup this year to this SFU team.
Yeah, it feels a little odd based on the last couple of years, especially.
Yeah, they're now basically a rebuilding team.
As now Pickett scores! Stratton Pickett comes down the wing. He puts a blocker side. And the lead is extended once again.
And this is the tough part, like when you're getting grinded down. Like in that first period, SFU's, you know, they were giving up lots of chances, and Giesbrecht was keeping them in. But it just kind of grinds on you, and as the game goes on, you know, eventually the dam kind of breaks loose.
Yep, it bursts, and the dam, I'd say, has broken as we're midway through this first period, and the lead's all the way up to 4-0. 3 goals in the second period for the Vikes as Kenyon Carta shoots. Pickett tries a jam play as the puck comes out. Now it's loose. Strange gets an assist on the goal as SFU enters offside at the line. And a faceoff just outside the Vike zone. Down the boards, behind the net. Around the boards. Off the boards and out by Nager. Carta. Played it down, and now it's Rhoda. Gives it away, and now down low. Brian Magic into the middle for Egan, but no dice. And now it's picked up by Lightfoot. Lightfoot tried to make a nice move. It got stick checked. Rhoda picks it up. Teevers lost it. And now the Vikes going the other way again. Knocked down by Wagner, but UVic touched it, so the high stick's waved off. Now picking it up is Sweeney. Now into the middle. Shot. Blocker saved by Giesbrecht. Puck's loose and a good stick by Wagner. And Teevers to clear their way the danger. Now into the middle. Sweeney goes through him. Falls to Morrison. He'll shoot. Giesbrecht can't glove it. Rhoda plays to the far side. Magic was there. The other 19, Wagner, ends up with it. And now he finds Thibodeau. Owen Thibodeau will dump it down. Wagner will chase. Aiden Morrison gets there first for the Vikes. Now the puck thrown across. Now LaFave tips it down in. Morrison checked. Some big checks happening in that corner. The Vikes pull it away. It's Evers. He's had a good game for the Vikes. Throws it over to Morrison, who's coming in. Oh, Morrison takes a shot. Looking for a tip was Malay. It went past him and went wide. Now Morrison again near side. Into the middle, wide open. Giesbrecht, did he make that save?
I don't think so, but
He missed wide, or he got a piece of it. I think you might be right. But a great effort nonetheless from Giesbrecht. And now we hold on for a whistle as the Vikes are putting on the pressure here as shots are 30-15. 6:49 to go.
I believe that's Nick Wagner going to the box.
Penalty. As the Vikes will get their first test on the power play.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see what they do here. They've definitely been on fire all game, and SFU's going to need to draw deep for a big penalty kill.
Morrison. Schofield shoots. Fan on a shot went wide. Evers. Now the puck's played out. Schofield. Evers down low. Played back to Morrison. Bounces over his stick. Now he tried to find Jenkins, but the puck came out, and it'll be an offside and a face-off just outside the zone.
It was a boarding penalty for Nick Wagner.
The old boarding call. Don't see a lot of boarding calls in like the NHL, but I feel like a lot of other leagues, it happens a lot.
We haven't seen any offsetting minors tonight.
That's true. That is a BCIHL special.
Well, they just don't call it like that in the NHL. Like,
no, it's usually one person's the problem.
It's almost like, you get a couple every period, it seems.
A couple pushing and shoving, and it's like, oh, both of you go. You eliminate the problem in entirety. Now back to the point, Crew. Strange, Crew. Shot by Sidaway. Giesbrecht to make the save off the pad, and now SFU will dump it down. As Douglas and Matthew Jung will be the forwards on this penalty kill, with Rhoda and Nager off on the defense, which I think SFU's only riding 4 defensemen, so they're getting a lot of work tonight. As Daniel played it back to Crew. Cross ice, Daniel goes over his stick. Can they keep it in? They do just. Diving player was Jung, and that's cleared down by Rhoda. 5 seconds to go in the penalty to Wagner. Offside at the line to the Vikes as they were entering the zone, but face off just outside the SFU zone. 4:42 to go, and it's still 4-0.
Been a relatively quiet power play.
It has been. Puck played into the middle by the Vikes. Off a skate and out. Now Aiden Morrison. Magic just missed it. Now a quick shot in a sharp angle. Giesbrecht tight to his post, makes a save. Thompson. Back to the point, Morrison. Evers tried to play it into the middle, was blocked by Tevers. Now Evers. Backhand shot. Barely got through. And Reese Lefebvre. And now penalties coming up. It's going to be against the Vikes. As they touch the puck. And SFU got another chance on the power play. It'll be Tom Sweeney going to the box for the Vikes. And they'll be calling a roughing call, I believe.
Yeah, definitely a big chance for SFU to at least, get up on the scoreboard.
Ronaldo. Now back to the point, Lefebvre. Jan. Bailey. Stolen away and cleared out by the Vikes. And Jace Myers will go back to pick it up. Jace Myers, that just sounds like a hockey name to me. Am I wrong?
No, it's definitely a prime hockey name.
Now Bailey. Shot blockered away by Tarves. Myers. Into the middle. It was Ronaldo who didn't really get a shot on. It just hit his stick and went right to Tarves.
Yeah, a little bit more dangerous because it wasn't like an intentional
shot.
Yeah,
just a little tip. Missing the pass, and now the Vikes have it. 30 seconds to go, and a penalty to Sweeney. Lightfoot lost his balance, but SFU gets the puck back, and it's Duncan Miller. Backhand's down as he gets checked hard into the boards by Kyle Crew. And Sweeney's out of the box. And we're back to full strength here. SFU 0 for 3 on the power play thus far. Lightfoot tried to pull it away, but it's Sweeney fresh out of the box. He's making a play. Tom Sweeney shoots. Giesbrecht might have got a piece of it, but it was wide. And the puck will be dumped in, and that'll be an icing call against SFU with 1:29 to go in the second period.
We talked a little bit about the new head coach for SFU, their BCIHL head coach, Mark Soares. Huge former member of the Coquitlam Express, had his jersey retired last year. Apparently holds the record for most ever points and most ever games played. Was on the inaugural team.
That's nice.
Also won the RBC Cup with them.
Oh, wow.
The championship. Had 25 points in 22 games that year in the playoff run.
Wow, the national championship for that age category.
So definitely quite a bit of pedigree. Played in, I think you mentioned a little bit, played in Germany.
Yep. From what I looked, and a penalty's coming up to SFU, it looks like, yes. Braden Nager. And the Vikes will go to the power play.
He's also a big player in the CIS now called the U Sports.
U Sports, yes. Morrison, cross ice, pad save by Giesbeck, puck still loose. And it comes away as Evers. Now it's played back to Schofield. Morrison. Evers had to take it on the backhand as we've entered the last minute of play in the second period. Trying to throw it in the middle. Fanning on a clearing attempt was Pettengale. Now Schofield played it down low and then it was tried to defend in the middle, but the stick of Giesbrecht. Jenkins. Schofield. Morrison had to take it on the backhand. He'll shoot, it gets through. Giesbrecht saw it the whole way. And he'll hold on for the whistle with 25 seconds to go in this second period.
That was a 2 minutes for head contact and 10-minute misconduct for Braden Nager.
So he's going to be out for a little bit. The puck was just left there, and Crew was able to get back onto it. Now back, Crew thought about shooting. Now it's Strange. Cross ice, it was in the skates of Sidaway. Now Rhoda's onto him. And it gets through everybody. And it'll go all the way down, and that should just about do it for this second period. As the Vikes add 3 more and make it 4-0 in a tough period for SFU.
Yeah, the dam really kind of broke open that period. UVic had definitely had it had been dominating the game up until then, but a few goals have come in. It kind of calmed down near the end, but how much can you attribute that to things changing, or UVic's already up 4-0, so
what can you do in this game 1 for SFU in their preseason as the Vikes lead 4-0? We'll be back for the third period. Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome back inside Bill Copeland Arena here. It's the third period of preseason game 1 for SFU in the BCIHL, preseason game 3 for UVic. And the Vikes have a 4-0 lead on a 3-goal second period.
Yeah, really the dam burst loose, or whatever you want to say. You know, UVic had been dominating most of the game, and finally they've been getting some past Giesbrecht. Yeah, it's definitely UVic's look like, you know, they've played 2 games already. They look a little bit more, you know, battle ready, and you know, and SFU is a pretty young rebuilding team, really, with this new 2-team setup. So yeah, I'm very curious to see in this third period if SFU can find a bit of pushback to get in getting a goal. Does look like there is a goaltender change for SFU with Jamie Patterson coming in.
We're sticking with Tarves, I think, on the other side.
Yeah, it looks like it's still going to be Tarves in net for UVic.
Our first look at Jamie Patterson in net for SFU, as don't think you can really blame Giesbrecht.
No, he had a really good first period. You know, you just give that many solid chances. You know, at some point they're going to start going in.
At some point.
I think Giesbrecht had a perfectly good first period, and you know, honestly, for what they asked of him, he put a pretty good show today.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the second period. I mean, yeah, it's 3 goals.
It wasn't really it wasn't his fault.
They weren't easy goals by any stretch.
When you have a guy coming in 1-1 who's got a good shot, you know, they're gonna go in.
Yeah. As SFU starts this period on the penalty kill for about 42 seconds, thanks to the 2-minute and 10-minute misconduct by Braden Nager. And now Crew for the Vikes. Trying to go the distance as he enters the near side corner. Daniel was able to get it away after a few misses. Now Strange, sit away, shoots, goes wide. And it goes past. And Duncan Miller, who was serving the rest of Nager's penalty, is back out, and we're back to even strength. It's Daniel. Wasn't able to get it far, and now Bailey. Here comes Ryan Bailey. Anstey tried to throw it in the middle, blocked. Then he tried again. And it missed everybody. Trying to get out as Myers. As he does. But the Vikes gain control. Jenkins finds Morrison, plays it in. Bailey can't get it out. Now the stretch pass is stolen by Evers, and he enters the zone, but it'll be offside as Schofield just entered early.
Yeah, you know, first look at new goaltender James Patterson. It's really our first look at a lot of players.
Yes.
Not a lot of information on him, but you'll probably get a pretty good test this first period, or this third period, I guess. Not
first period for him.
First period.
Puck's dumped in. Evers missed it completely. And now SFU, it was Jace Myers who threw it in the middle. Now it comes to the point. Save made by Tarves. Now the puck's still loose, jamming away at it is Ronaldo. He couldn't get it in. Myers gets tripped up. Schofield pulls it away, and he finds Jenkins. Probably the best chance for SFU in this game thus far was right there, as Jenkins throws it on Patterson and hold on for a whistle. But finally something from SFU.
Yeah, and that's just really what they need. You know, it's 4-0. We've seen wilder BCIHL comebacks, but you know, probably from what we've seen, you know, it's going to be a tall mountain to climb. But you know, just get on the board and get some life into this game.
Yep. comes out. And the Vikes will have to touch up as they send it back in deep. Puck's tipped through. It's knocked down. And now Crew. Puck sent in. A little dangerous from SFU there on the back end. Bubble Fave is able to get it out. Now gets all the way through, and now here comes Alec Pettengale. Pettengale cutting in the middle, unable to get a shot. As he couldn't get the puck to the forehand of the stick. Now Kenyon Carta. Tried to get it out, but Pettengale got in the way. Now he's diving for it. Lightfoot's there. Unable to jam it home. Crew. Puck's taken away by Yan. Now it's cleared, not out. Kept in by SFU momentarily. Oh, no, they still have it in. Nick Rhoda keeping it in. Now it's into the middle. Shot! It was diving effort there by Crew, and now a shot by Yan, and puck stays out for now. Hayden Yan comes through. He gets tripped up. Penalty coming up to the Vikes. And SFU will get their 4th power play of the game, thanks to a trip, which would be the 3rd trip for the Vikes.
SFU's played, that's been some tenacious shifts just over the last little bit. You know, they've had a hard time getting the stick on the puck, it seems. Like they've been in good spots, good areas, but just had a hard time, you know, finding the right shot or whatever, getting a shot off. But they've been chasing after that puck. They look pretty hungry to start this 3rd period. They seem pretty determined.
Wagner. Now it's back to Wagner. Teevers. Back to Wagner. Shoots. I don't think it got through. Now a rebound chance does get through. And Tarves makes the save. As Wagner was working on Tarves, but he holds on. And a face-off. 5 minutes into this 3rd period. And
definitely if you're Mark Soares, you know what you kind of want to see go into the 3rd period. You know, they're down 4-0, and the odds are stacked against them, but they're competing pretty hard in this 3rd period, and you know, they look like they could make something happen.
Another shot was held on. Face off, one back. SFU's trying to make something happen here. Wagner in the middle is open. Was Thibodeau, but he couldn't get a shot away. Now behind the net, Wagner wasn't able to control, and Sidaway rings it around the boards, and it gets all the way down. There's finally some sustained pressure there from SFU, but nothing doing yet. Rhoda, Thibodeau leaves it for Myers. Now it's Rhoda. Myers shoots, sharp angles. Goes past, kept in by Teevers. Wagner's rubbed out, and now the puck's gotten out by the Vikes. Rhoda. Now trying to make something happen. Pettengale. Back to the point, Teevers. Lefebvre. Shot, it went wide. Myers got a tip on it, but wasn't close enough. Wagner. Into the middle. Thibodeau was there and got what you guess you could call a shot. I don't think he meant to do it. Well, miscommunication in SFU's category. Myers finds Wagner, who I think those two have at least been out here the whole time. I think the whole team's been out there. Myers been out there for a while. Unable to keep it in was Teevers. Penalties expired. Sweeney's out of the box. SFU 0 for 4 on the power play. Sweeney tried to enter the zone. He lost it. Lightfoot picks it up. Got it out. Not very far as Morrison picks it up. Puck takes a bounce. Lightfoot's able to follow, and he's still got it here. Max Lightfoot. Back to the point, drops it. Lefebvre coming in, shoots. Sharp angle save made by Tarves. And now Crew being watched by Yan. Crew gets it ahead, finds Malay. Now it's Thompson. He'll go in, around the net. Thompson, cross ice, it goes in. All the way to Sitaway, and he'll shoot. Patterson saw it the whole way, and he makes the save.
Yeah, dangerous shot opportunity there. Definitely, this third period has been pretty much all SFU, but UVic with a pretty dangerous opportunity right here in the offensive zone.
Tevers back to Rhoda. And it's icing is the call. There's some words being said down there.
Words that we cannot repeat on this podcast without getting fired. Liam Tevers comes here with a little bit of pedigree, came from the University of Central Oklahoma, the ACHA. Last season he had 23 points with them, playing the SIJHL, MJHL, WSHL, the El Paso Rhinos.
In America.
Former Tyler Basham, I remember, played on the El Paso Rhinos back in the day. Former SFU player. So
yeah,
got a successful landscaping business.
Yes,
I saw this in the news where they paint yellow grass green.
Oh, that is becoming seemingly popular around town.
Wish I could give a proper shout out and say name of the business, but it slips my mind.
I could not tell you, but
actually, I'll take a quick.
Yes, that burnt grass is not everybody's favorite, but
obviously the season for that's probably ending.
It's close. It's close, but Liam Tevers out of Abbotsford, BC, so he's still a local kid, but he's been around. And now the Vikes are able to keep it in. Unable to get it out still. SFU Road is back there. Tevers tries the stretch pass, and it will be icing.
For those of you wondering about the SFU alumni, Tyler Basham's business is Tinted Turf Grass Solutions.
Tinted Turf Grass Solutions.
Tinted Turf Grass Solutions. A little bit of a mouthful, but doing pretty good work and been highlighting on like CTV and Global.
All right.
So,
Tyler Basham.
If your grass is looking yellow,
go to Tyler Basham. He was a fun player to watch.
Yeah, he was a really good player.
I just remember him throwing his body wherever he could. Basham was literally his name. And was he the one that always got the teddy bear goals back when we did that? I feel like it was him.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
I think it was him.
Might have been. I remember one guy disproportionately got the teddy bear goals.
It was just him. He wouldn't score much over the year, but hey, if it was for teddy bears, he was the man. But as Kenyon Carta goes back to pick it up for the Vikes. That was many moons ago for SFU now, Tyler Basham. Yeah, he hasn't played here in at least 5-6 years. One of the first years I think you and I were doing it, he was on the team.
Yeah, it certainly could have been. Time flies.
It's been 9 years. This is year 9 for me, and I think we started at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we've been here a while. The puck goes right into the box of our one president of SFU, and I think he runs the BCIHL, Chris Bunshaw, down there doing the scoreboard operating, so don't say he doesn't do the work. He puts in the hours. As SFU wins the draw, shot by Lefebvre was, I think, tried to be tipped, but it was more of a block than a tip. And the Vikes get it out. Bailey gives it away. Drakis. Wow, they somehow stayed on side on that, and it took a shot and took a deflection. Drakis. Now Egan. Losing it was Drakis. And now SFU off the boards and not out. Sitaway stops it. Now Magic. Sends it down. sit away, battling with Lefebvre, Egan. Magic shoots, scores! Well, that was a weird goal.
It's been a period where SFU's, really answered back. They've evened up the shots quite a bit. I don't remember the exact shot count, but I think it was like 33 to like 16 or something. Right now it's 36 to 26. Yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah, UVic's showing that they can, they can score out of nowhere. They've got some good talent in that team.
Bit of a might take a deflection. It just looked like it was nothing and then went in. We've seen a fair share of those. You just don't think it's going to go in, and all of a sudden it's in. And now a penalty's coming up, I think, to SFU.
Yeah, that's some good body work by the UVic guys. And
Crew.
Just to manhandle that puck away.
Back to the point, sit away, back to Crew. Full circle, sit away. Shoots, takes a deflection, goes out of play for a whistle. And it looks like Max Lightfoot is going off, and I believe it's going to be a trip. That's based on what was happening at the time, but a hook. I think that was the call.
Yeah, that was just a really good play by the UVic guys to get that puck and obviously force Max Lightfoot to take a bit of a desperation play to stop it.
Braden Nager is out of the box, by the way, for SFU, as he came out a couple minutes ago, and after serving his misconduct, and SFU starts the penalty kill early, sends it down. I read a rule change in, the Champions Hockey League, like Champions League for hockey.
Yeah.
They are implementing a rule this year that if you score a shorthanded goal, like on the penalty kill, the penalty stops. You literally kill the penalty.
It's an interesting idea.
I'm
always like a traditionalist, whereas I hate change, but I mean, it makes some sense. You get punished for the fact that you're beyond even the goal.
Yeah, and then another one was if there's a delayed penalty and you score, they don't get the power play. Yeah, that you scored. That's it. The penalty is essentially killed, or you scored. So a couple interesting rules in the Champions Hockey League, and for me, I'm kind of in. I kind of like it. Crew takes a shot. It goes wide. Nager trying to get it out. Back to the point. Again, Crew. Cross ice. One-time chance by Sitaway, and it went high and out.
One change that will probably have some consequence to these leagues is BCIHL is now an independent league, so I guess I don't know if they're technically Junior A anymore. So now the Junior B leagues, the BIJHL, the KIJHL, the PJHL, which feed a lot of players into this league, are now technically Junior A Tier 2. I think they're calling it. They're technically Junior A now.
They are Junior A, I believe.
Or not technically, but they are.
Hockey Canada elevated them to essentially what the BCIHL was.
BCIHL is obviously thriving, and
I think from what I read, I didn't read too deeply into it, as the Vikes are looking for something here as Morrison goes cross ice to Evers. We'll go back to my point in just a second. As Jenkins played it down to Schofield, and back to Morrison. He'll shoot. Took a deflection, went wide. Patterson didn't see it. Turning around, blocked by Evers. Kept in. Jenkins shoots. Puck's loose in the crease. And the puck's cleared down. That should do it for the penalty to Lightfoot. As SFU kills the penalty. And if there's one thing to say about this SFU team tonight, one good thing, they have been perfect on the penalty kill so far. Which is, I think, a good thing to be good at.
Definitely.
Evers takes a shot, and it's saved by Patterson, and he'll hold on for the whistle. But anyway, the BCHL, I believe they can sign younger-aged players now to the BCHL.
I thought, and I'm going off of memory, I thought part of it was to do with, they can sign more American players or something.
Right. Maybe, yes. That would probably, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So the BCHL could be a very good league coming up here, maybe compete with the U.S. and national development. Puck sent in deep. Krechka. Off the boards and out by SFU. Goes past Crew and he comes back into his own zone. Crew over the red line. Now he enters the zone. Crew's looked good for the Vikes in today's game. So has many of the Vikes. And a good job here by Alec Pettengale to get around Crew. Now he throws it into the middle. Jung was a little too far from him. And the Vikes get control. Egan loses control now. SFU has a chance here, but losing it was Wagner. And now here comes Wagner, who makes a move. Nick Wagner, he's got a man, tipped on, it's wide. Liam Teevers was there. And on the tip, it just goes wide. Is a great chance for SFU. And now another chance here is Wagner. He's got Teevers with him again. And then a good stick by Kenyon Carta to get in the way. And negate the opportunity is a good chance. Trying to get through. Now Wagner gets around. Thrown into the middle. It's kept in by Thibodeau. But only to Carta, who plays it around the boards for Crew. Is just over 5 minutes left in this third period. It's been all UVic. As they look to go to 2-1 on their preseason campaign. SFU will start 0-1. I mean, unless SFU could score 5 goals in 5 minutes. If you watched that Lions game last week, you might think maybe. And now a chance here as Owen Thibodeau has a small chance for a breakaway, and it just goes under his stick, and he looks up and he knows. It's one of those nights for SFU. It's just not coming together. But game one, as we've mentioned a few times, is basically an expansion team, and it's going to happen.
It's been so many times where they've had to look, but they just haven't had the shot. Like, they'll be in the right position to do something, but then the stick will lift, or can't get this puck on the stick.
Picking it up is Yan. Goes past everybody, and Bailey has to take it off the boards and come out. Morrison follows up the pass in. And now Stratton Pickett throws it across to Evers. Now Evers trying to cut into the middle. Patterson comes out and throws the glove on it and holds on for a whistle with 4:13 to go. Shots 38-26.
Earlier, that one shift by Nick Wagner is really good. He was stealing pucks. He was setting up. The actual goal didn't convert, but he was setting up what seemed like a definitely a good opportunity for a goal.
Yeah.
Wagner is really good on team when he played last year. He wasn't an everyday player, but really good energy player. He definitely had his really strong moments in that SFU team last year.
There's now a shot. Save made by Patterson. Whoa. Right into the bench, and I think that hit head coach Mark Soares. But he's been around. He knows how to take a puck.
Yeah, you probably see a few of those.
Just a couple. I guess we should mention there is a game tonight featuring the non-conference team against Briarcrest, the Clippers. As you'll see a lot of the names, if you've been watching for a few years, that's where you'll see a lot of those names. The likes of Nick Wicks.
Tristan Cross.
And now I'm completely blanking on Tristan Cross. Nick Wicks and the whole other team. It's been a lot of Nick Wicks, that's for sure, in the last couple of years.
They've got a pretty good crop of returnees. And
I think most of the team is returnees.
yeah, it's definitely, it's the new team. It's literally the new team, but it's mostly
the old players.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's literally it's literally the expansion or whatever you want to call it team. This is pretty much a completely new team of actually new players.
It's like the Vegas expansion team versus the Seattle expansion team are the two SFU teams. As Lefebvre gets knocked down, and the Vikes. That game will be on at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's 7 p.m. tonight.
And I believe it'll be on the SFU Hockey YouTube channel, not this, because this is BCIHL, so that's that. Because they're not in the BCHL, or BCIHL. They're in the non-conference is what they're calling them, because they don't have a conference.
Yeah, it's really good, like, test run, seeing how you stack up against college competition. You got U Sports, you got NCAA Div 1. I think there's some Div 3 teams sprinkled in there. There's definitely ACAC, obviously tonight's the Alberta ACAC.
Yep. No, I think it's a good round of games, and may not be expecting to win them all, but showing well against teams, and as SFU might have a chance here as puck goes wide, but when they play Boston University later in the year, they're Tom Willander, Canucks top pick, and Macklin Celebrini, who's supposed to be the #1 pick next year. Kid out of
that will be wild.
That'll be a interesting game. The North fan, Macklin Celebrini, the Vancouver kid, who's said he's a big Canucks fan, but will the Canucks be good enough to? Will the luck go their way? It will not.
Somebody needs to pull a holdout.
I was hoping Bedard was going to do that.
There's no chance.
I was holding on until he signed that contract. I was like, dang.
I was holding on for the lottery.
Man.
Yeah, I know. I was like, maybe this could be the year. This could be somehow. There's no way it's going to happen. But maybe
every year I've been like, no, not lottery's not going to happen. This year I was like, I'm gonna make myself hope. And then I was brokenhearted immediately, but that's okay.
Yeah, you had to. No, there's no chance.
Oh, I mean, that's what I mean. I went
in. I'll let myself hope.
I was like, I know we didn't get it, but I'm still mad. I knew we weren't going to get it. Yes. We're about to enter the last minute here. SFU's looking to get something going here as they maybe get on the score sheet. And now Thompson into the middle, hit a leg in front. Now Bailey gets taken down, and that allows the Vikes to take over. Sweeney jamming it home. Penalties coming up, I think, to SFU. As the whistle goes with 33 seconds to go, and the Vikes will have a power play for the rest of the game if they don't score, that is.
I think I remarked earlier that the shots had kind of evened out, and I think it was like around, I don't know, must have been, I don't remember the exact timestamp, but it must have been around like the 10-minute mark. And at that time, SFU had 26 shots, and since I said that, they haven't had, as far as I can tell, a single shot. So, well,
it's still 26 on the board, so.
Add that to the list of jinxes tonight.
43 shots for the Vikes.
You can add that to the list of jinxes said.
Well,
don't do it.
One of them is. We said one earlier.
Don't even think about it.
And it's so far. It could happen as Nager goes to the box for these 30 seconds. Evers. Drakis. Evers back to the point. Morrison goes wide. I think that might have been intentional, looking for a tip. Egan. And this should just about do it. And it will. Tarves gets the shutout even though we said the word earlier. And the Vikes will take this one 5-0 and go to 2-1 on their preseason schedule. And SFU kicks off their preseason in not great fashion.
Yeah,
and 0-1.
UVic was definitely the stronger team, and they grind them down. Good performance by UVic. I think from watching this game, if you're a Vikes fan, you got a lot to be excited about this season. Booker Daniel looked really good this game, and I think he's a player I'd be excited about heading into the season. For SFU, things were a lot closer than they could have been. Giesbrecht played some really good hockey, especially in the first period, kept them in. This game could have been a much wider margin, but at the end of the day, it was 5-0. And you know, they had some good chances there in the third period. If they can get, you know, maybe, you know, actually get a few shots off on some of those looks they had.
Yep.
You know,
Something.
they're definitely capable of playing some more competitive hockey. Obviously, a lot of that did come in the third period when it was already, you know, 4-0, eventually 5-0.
Yeah.
Like you said, tonight we have the game against Burcrest College at 7 p.m. on the SFU Hockey YouTube channel, and for those of you coming live here at Bill Copeland.
Yep.
I think it's
Well, half of Bill Copeland.
yeah, but there's still very much it's open.
Lots of seats.
Yeah.
Lots of seats, and we'll hope you see you tonight, and you'll hear us tonight if you can't make it.
And for UVic, your next game is next weekend against Concordia University of Edmonton of the ACAC.
Which is a very exciting meeting, of course, for that team, and as more teams are doing it, and it's great to see this league growing as it is. But we'll see you tonight if you're in. Check out the SFU Hockey YouTube channel for that broadcast later. For Nick Rowan, Austin Kozakar, we'll see you later.